Hello, this is Manesh Patel from ichimokutrade.com. This is December 2nd, 2013. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the global markets. It's been a while since we've actually done these recordings. I've been traveling a lot all over the US and the world to various meetup groups, doing presentations, Ichimoku and so forth. So we kind of stopped doing these for about 2 months, but now we're going to get ready to start gearing up to do them on a weekly basis now. Okay. Normal procedures. This is our normal disclaimer to state this is for educational use only. We're not soliciting you to buy or sell any particular instrument. If you do so, you're doing that at your own risk. Today's charts are going to be e-signal today. Here are our contact details here at info@eicapital.com, or you could contact us at any of our global office locations here, or you could go to ichimokutrade.com to access our videos, Twitter feed, Facebook, and so forth. If you're new to Ichimoku, I do advise you to go to ichimokutrade.com, listen to some of the videos there, and also go on YouTube. We have over 300 plus videos out there now, so you can access the information there and kind of get really what the true information about Ichimoku is, because there's a lot of wannabe Ichimoku traders now that are publicizing tons of crap out there. So you could go there and you could kind of see the original workings of Ichimoku and filter through all the crap that's out there now. Okay, so let's begin. We're going to go to e-signal and we're going to start looking at the charts. Now today what I've done is on our global markets I've switched to weekly. A couple of people were complaining they weren't able to see the chart, so I'm just going to show you mainly the weekly charts. We're going to start off and go to Europe, then we'll slowly go over to the Middle East, then we'll go to Asia, and then we'll come back to North and South America and start looking at all the markets there. If you look at the UK market, the FTSE 100, pretty much you're in a consolidation pattern right now. The resistance is basically 68.79, support is 65.71, so you're pretty much trending between those two values right now. Germany, on the other hand, is very, very strong bullish, and you could see that it broke its resistance here at 89.48, which is now its support, and it's actually at a resistance right now, which is at 93.81. If you scroll this down a little, you could see the next level here. So we're at a resistance right now. If we actually break through this on a weekly time frame, then we do have a potential going up to the next one, which is 10,426, which is the next level. But right now we have not broken this resistance level, so we kind of need to see what's going on here. What really a good healthy thing would be for the German market is a pullback to this 89.48 level, and then it makes a move to break this resistance so it could get to 10,426. But you could see that basically Germany is very strong compared to the UK right now, and we'll compare it to France in a minute. Next is France, which is the CAC market. You could see here its support level is basically 42.34. Its resistance is 43.42. If it breaks that level, then it could go 44.80. So you could see that France is a little behind the German market right now, and definitely way ahead of the UK market. So if you're interested in doing a pairs trade for Europe, you can sit there and go long Germany and then short probably UK market, the FTSE market, or secondary would be the Paris market. There's a good pairs trade for the European market. Next is Amsterdam, which is the AEX. If you look here, it's basically bullish trending right now. Its support is 382.40. Its resistance is 403.36, and it looks like it's trying to get to the 403, which is a nice even number there. Next is going to be Spain. You guys remember Spain and Italy had its big problems at the beginning of the year. If you look at them now, it's in the bullish trend right now. Its support basically is 95.46, which resistance is an even 10,000. If it breaks that 10,000, it does have a potential to get to 10,397. But right now, this is bullish. It's pretty interesting how this country was kind of messed up at the very beginning of the year, and now it's on a bullish trend towards the end. Italy, same scenario here. It was consolidating in here, broke out, and broke the resistance level, which is 18,383. It got all the way to about to 19,500. Stopped there, kind of equalized and pulled back, which is kind of healthy here. So keep a lookout for this to remain bullish. Next is NORDIC. NORDIC is still bullish trending. You can see it had a little pullback here, but still bullish trending right now. Support on this one's going to be 12.19, and The resistance is going to be 1284. Notice a lot of these are at key resistance levels, or kind of getting close to them now as far as Europe is concerned. Switzerland, which has been trending all last year, kind of decided to do a little pullback here, and now it's actually back at the the previous high here, which is acting as resistance of 83.19. Support is going to be 80.52. It's got to break this resistance level. If it does, it's going to sit there and have a potential going higher, and possibly can get up to 9,000, 10,000 going into next year. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly where we stand here. But this is very, very strong bullish, because this pullback was not even a major pullback at all. It's kind of a minor pullback since it never even got to the cloud. Israel. If you look at Israel, it's been strong this whole entire year. Finally engaged in a pullback right now. The pullback level is 5,000. Resistance on this thing is 55.72, but finally engaged in a little minor pullback, which it really hadn't had at all since the beginning of this year, since it took off. Which is pretty interesting. So definitely look for bullish opportunities in the Israel market, since it's going for its first pullback right now. Turkey here is really not doing anything. It's gone through, it was bullish, did a major pullback, and now it's trying to retest the high at 47.72, which is its resistance. Support is 44.71. Nothing exciting there. South Africa here is still very, very strong. Has not even really engaged in a major pullback, and if you look, really has not engaged in a major pullback since July of last year. So this is still going on strong. It is doing a tight consolidation pattern right around here at 10,391. Support on this guy is going to be 97.70. So that's been pretty strong right now. So if you look in this region over there, Germany's doing strong, South Africa's doing strong, Switzerland's back at its retesting of the high. So that's that's where we're at over in Europe and that area. Going more towards the Middle East now, getting directly there. If you look at Saudi Arabia, this was bullish trending, hit a medium pullback here. Broke its resistance level here, 81.53, which is to support, and its next resistance now at 87.32. So it's bullish, but going to this next level. Dubai and Abu Dhabi, which were strong at the beginning of this year, engaged in a medium pullback. It's now going higher. Broke its resistance at 28.32 and has a potential going higher now. So you just keep an eye on this one. It keeps on moving up, bullish more and more. Abu Dhabi finally has decided to pull back. It's not as strong as Dubai anymore, but this was going head with Dubai for bullish strength since the beginning of this year. Abu Dhabi is now starting to show some signs of weakness here. Its support is going to be 3,700, and then the resistance is going to be 39.44. So if you look in the Middle East, when you start looking at Israel, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and Abu Dhabi, Dubai is still leading the pack right now compared to all the others out there. Let's go over to Asia now. Let's start off with China. If you look at China, a lot of people have been talking about China being bullish. I don't know why. It's just consolidating here. If you look right now, its support basically is going to be around 22.48. Its resistance is going to be 23.72. That's pretty much the range that China's in. So it's definitely not bullish. So I'm not sure what everyone's talking about there. And it's just entering a consolidation pattern. Hong Kong here, flirting around at this resistance level at 23,920. It still has not closed above it, so it has not broken it at all. If it does, then its next level it could get to is 24,434. Otherwise, its support level is 23,244. Nothing exciting there. We got to wait for a confirmation for a break. Korea doing nothing at all except basically consolidating between 240 and 272. Let's move on. Japan, which has been strong at the beginning of the year, went for some medium pullbacks here. It's trying to retest a high right now around 16,000. It looks like it's trying to get there very, very fast, and we're very close to it now. Only about, 250 points or 300 points away from it. Support level on this guy is going to be around 15,159. India, we're going to look at the Sensex. Here you can see India now broke out. It's trying to retest the high at 21,000 here. It's typical of the Indian market here. If you notice last year, right around this time, it made a high, right around this time, and then right towards the end of December, going into January, the market kind of just tanked after that point. So it's going to be interesting to see if it does the same thing this year, if it breaks the 21,200 level, or if it actually gets back to 21,000 and decides to tank going into January. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens. But basically, if you shrink this down, you could see that this thing is really consolidating between 18,000 and 21,000 overall. So there's nothing really going on there. You need to wait for a confirmation to break up, or wait for a confirmation for it to break down. Malaysia market here, let's zoom in. Really doing nothing at all except consolidating for a little while now. Since about, I would say, since this gap up here, it's in May, we basically consolidating between 1744 and 1824. We're at the top of the consolidation pattern now. So until we break that, really nothing exciting is going on there at all. Let's go over to Indonesia. Indonesia here, major trend bullish. Went below the cloud here, did its major pullback. It's got to get above the resistance level of 45.46 in order to retest the high. If it does, then it has a potential of continuing on with this bullish trend. If it doesn't, if it comes and breaks the support at 49.57, this bullish trend will be officially over, with this major pullback turned into a trend reversal. So these two levels are very critical right now for the Indonesian market. Thailand, really doing nothing at all, kind of like Indonesia, but really hasn't broken down completely. Gone for its major pullback. It's got to get above 1400 to retest the high. If it doesn't, and gets below 1304, this is going to basically turn into a trend reversal completely. Philippines, doing the same thing. Notice basically Indonesia, Philippines, and Malaysia, sorry, Indonesia, Philippines, and Thailand are pretty much all the charts look the same, where they had a major trend at the very beginning of the year, did a major pullback, and now it's kind of stuck in a consolidation pattern after the major pullback. It's very critical they get above the resistance level. If they do, then they could retest the high. If they break the support levels at this point, they're going to basically turn into trend reversals completely. So this guy's key levels are going to be 36.61, and the next one's going to be 38.29. Vietnam was bullish, you could see here, but really it wasn't bullish here. It was consolidating. It did break a resistance level of 16,047. Its next resistance level is 18,969, but it could get there in the next couple of months, so it's not going to happen short term at all. Let's go over to the very south part of Asia. Let's go to Australia. Australia here is bullish still. Believe it or not, it's at a major support right now, 52.94. It's a critical support here for the Australian market. If it holds there, the resistance level is going to be 54.89. If it breaks the support level, it will come back down to 5,034, and that's going to be a major key level to see if this undergoes a trend reversal or a major pullback. New Zealand, which was extremely one of the hottest parts in Asia, along with Japan, it's still going on with its dominance right now. It's kind of right now it's at a pullback level. Its pullback level is going to be 47.54. Resistance is going to be 48.49. But this is still very, very, very strong out there. So New Zealand and Japan are pretty much leading the pack out there in Asia right now, moving forward. Okay, so let's come across now to the U.S. side. Let's start off in South America. Let's go to Brazil first. If you look at Brazil, Brazil's not doing anything except consolidating between 50,590 and the resistance of 53,793. So really not doing anything at all there. If it does break the support, that this does have a potential coming all the way down to 44,000. So be very, very cautious of that. And you could see here, this is starting to slowly move down. So the probabilities of getting to that support are high, but it's got to hold here in order for the Brazil market to even have a potential to go up or to enter a consolidation pattern. Okay, next is Santiago, Chile. Really nothing exciting going on here. Bearish movement down, decided to pull back. It's stuck in a pullback range of basically 39.36 and 36.26. so nothing exciting here. Argentina has been the most exciting one. I'm not sure if anyone noticed. This is extremely hot trending market right now. Argentina is, and you can see the nice little trend up here since the end of May going into July, and it's basically resistance level is 57.88, which is minor, but the major one's going to be around 6,000. Support on this guy is going to be around 5,300. But Argentina so far is leading the pack there. Mexico here was bullish trending, entered a consolidation pattern. It's trying to get to its resistance of 43,150. If it could break that resistance of 43,150, Mexico does have a potential to continue on with its trend, and it does look like it's trying to do that right now, but it's at a critical level right now. So if this week or this month it could sit there and get up to at least 43,000, I do believe next year Mexico could be trending higher to retest the high and continue on it to its trend going forward. Canada, north of the US, you could see here it was doing a consolidation pattern, kind of broke out a little, but if you look at it, it really hasn't broken out completely. It's trying to retest this high up here, but it's got a lot of little resistances in order to retest the high up there. First one's going to be around 13,516. Support's going to be 13,102. And so that's it for there. Let's go to the US side. Look at the Dow. Dow's been trending. Next resistance level we calculate is 16,262 is the next resistance level it's trying to get to. For the Dow, for the S&P is bullish too. Its resistance level, which it's kind of at right now, is 1,817. Support level is 1,726. And then the NASDAQ, if you look at it, it's broken its resistance at 34.51. Next resistance is going to be 35.26. So if you look at all of these here, you notice the S&P is at one of its resistances, whereas the Dow and the NASDAQ have a little more to go. Okay, so if you look at these charts, if you want to do pairs trading, you could sit there and possibly go long the NASDAQ or the Dow at this point and hedge it by doing the S&P 500, or you could even hedge it with the Russell futures, believe it or not. So that could be a good pairs trade where you have hedging and everything that's incorporated in it. I think that's it for now. Here are our contact details here. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. I will see you next week. Thank you.